start by imagining that we're drawing a beautiful picture in some sort of paint program, right? We have all of our colors and our lines set up so perfectly, and we've gotten into a point where we feel like we're done, but then we notice something in our picture, and we want to go back a few steps. We want to go back into our revision history a little bit. And so, sometimes we can open up a little window that shows all the different edits we've made to the file. And we can go back to the specific point in time where we want to sort of, begin from to make the edits we want so that we feel like our picture is complete. Now, I'm going to shift that analogy towards development, where instead of drawing a picture, we have all of these interconnected files. A lot of them might be relying on other files in our code to properly perform. Now, in the same analogy, imagine what we feel like we're almost done with a particular feature, and then we realize that something horrible has happened. And we want to go back to a few edits ago, a few changes ago. We want to go back in time to a specific point, but it's not just our file that we want to have go back. We want all of the other files that are dependent on one another to go back to the same point in time when they last worked. This is what something like Git will do for us. Git is what's known as a version control system. And what it will do is allow our files to maintain a particular state in time. We can then make changes to our code, do what's called commit those changes, and we have preserved our project in a particular snapshot that if we wish to, we can all go back to. This is what Git does. Git is widely used, almost ubiquitously used in development circles, or something like Git, some sort of version control system, but Git is maybe the most popular. Now, Git is used primarily within our terminal as a command line application. We use our terminal to interact with our files and directories, and Git hooks right in. So for the next few chapters, we will look at how Git exactly works with our files, commands we need to know with regards to Git, and just an overall workflow for utilizing Git with our various projects we will be building within the bootcamp. Let's just get it out there that Git can be a little bit intimidating at first, especially if you're new to using the terminal. You have a lot of concepts kind of all colliding at the same time. So, make sure you kind of understand the basics of how the terminal works, how it interacts with your files and directories before you attempt to introduce Git into the equation. But let me just sort of paint the light at the end of the tunnel here. Git is a fantastic program to work with, and after some initial struggle or learning, it is a really easy, simple way to save yourself a lot of problems. And along the way, just build a skill that is coveted. Well, for software developers, you have to know how to use this stuff. So take your time, enjoy sort of the journey and the progress of learning something new, and by the end of this course, you will be really rocking with Git.